In 1962, I made my first trip out of South Africa. I went to Amsterdam to attend the Rijksakademie, the Royal Academy in English, by the way. Interesting period. Interesting being in a foreign country for the first time. And it was fascinating to be in Amsterdam at that time because suddenly there was, for me, access to the real thing after reading art books and about great artists in Europe, Vincent van Gogh and the Dutch masters and the Impressionists and all the rest of them. And so I was able to walk down the road to a place like the Rijksmuseum, the Stedelijk Museum, Concertgebouw, etc. And that was wonderful, very stimulating. What was also fascinating, particularly at that time, this was 1962. What was interesting at that time for me was the fact that there were television aerials on so many of the roofs because we did not have television in South Africa yet at that time. So we were far behind. But also what I found fascinating was the light in Holland, which was completely different to the light in South Africa. Here it was a matter of being pale daylight, pale sunlight, mist, coldness, and so on. So I decided to make a lino cut print using this as my subject. So in this case, it is also a lino cut, but here I've used more than just one block. Subsequently, I often use the reduction method, but on occasion I have actually printed from more than one block. So here is an example of this. But I have also used the same block minus this lower portion. I've used this block for printing another one, a picture that is not on this exhibition called Sun and Thorns. One block and a separate block, which I've printed twice. Firstly in the grey colour all over, and then I cut the block again, and I printed the darkest colour. And so we have a 3-colour print printed with one block and a separate block.